I was there in 86.
Ooh. So we went to school together.
Yeah.
Tell, darling.
Yeah, you probably saw me for overlooking me because I was just one of those overlooked girls that, she's real, she's cute, she's nobody. She's got pimples.
Wow, that is the gag today. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out to Talent Limited High School and Julia Richmond, by the way. Today I found one of my gay kids that I haven't seen since I went to Julia Richmond. I've been looking for him over 15, 20 years.
Really?
Yes, and I found him today. Ain't that ironic?
Awesome.
But yes, enough about us. Let's talk about you, honey, because you are the star
But
of
I
tonight.
love Stuart now.
I know, that's
love
right.
Stuart now because Stuart started being nice to me as I started making a name for myself. Once the pimples started leaving and I got the keloids cut off and I just started coming into my own.
Congratulations.
Stuart was really,
wow.
I still couldn't be a part of the group, but Danielle took me under her wing. Danielle Revlon.
Wow.
She taught me how to do weaves.
Ooh,
I mean,
but
she
girl,
did
you
the
spent
Barbie
too
doll
much tea too
piece.
quick. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, let's rewind a little bit. Let's go into, the club scene. What kind of club were you going to back then? How was it?
Well, I was going to Sally's Hideaway to the best one that I'm popular for is Midtown 43.
I know, that's right.
And I started doing the live shows, Grace, Paris Dupree, every Saturday, Friday and stuff. I would go over there. I wasn't old enough to get in, but, I had a fake ID. So I would do the shows. That was when School Days was out, and I did the legendary show with Octavia and Temperance. We did I Don't Want to Be Alone Tonight by School Days.
Work.
And I played Tisha Campbell. It was so good, they made us do it twice.
Ooh.
It was real good.
Turning it out.
But, let's see, there's Midtown 43, Sally's Hideaway. And I want to definitely, because Alfonso King Jr. called me, reached out to me a couple of days ago, because he used to do the shows with me.
Yes,
and
we just had him on the show, darling. Ain't that ironic as well? Well coordinated.
I was like, oh my gosh. It's like a family reunion. And I was like, okay, cool. Here's my info. He's over in Toronto, but shout out to him.
Yes, we love you, darling.
And
yes, DJ Relentless, we love you down.
But are we talking about show center yet?
Hold on, say that again.
I said, are we talking about show center? Because I did shows there too.
I know that's right. We're gonna talk about all of that, baby.
Show center, show world.
Yes, the legendary iconic show.
Escuelita.
Mm-hmm.
I was known as the Janet Jackson impersonator. I was doing Janet Jackson, performing, everything.
Work. Yes.
Coming into my own.
Yes. Okay, so after the club scene, how did you get into, the ballroom scene? How did you, find out about that?
When I found out about it, I was going with shout out to Louie, because we went to the first gay high school called, we were going to IPLG, the Institute for the Protection of Gay and Lesbian Youth. Back then it was called.
Wow.
And then we went to the first, it was called Harvey Milk. It was the first high school.
Ooh,
so we would go,
we would
go down.
I think it was 2 after.
We would walk.
2 after, something like that.
Yeah, we would, I started getting into it when we would go to Washington Square Park, and everybody would be down there, and they would be walking the catwalk, voguing and everything, and I wanted to do it so bad. At that time, I was like 14, 15, about 15, 16, and I wanted so badly, and I saw Octavia for the first time, and she was in a tank top, and she had boobs. I was like, oh my gosh. And she was just smoking a cigarette, and she was reading these fine-ass Jamaican guys that was like, they was feeling her. And she says, no, darling, never, ever. Like, ever. But she was having so, and I just wanted to sit close to get to that group and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. And they was like, oh, you can't get close to her. She's Octavia. I was like, yeah, you might be right. I got glasses, and I'm the girl next door that is always overlooked. In other words, I tell people it's like Octavia was Marsha and I was Jan. I was always the one overlooked.
Wow.
I've always been Jan Brady. And Octavia was Marsha.
Wow. How did you feel, living like that under that feeling?
I didn't, because she was one of the popular girls. I wanted to be with the popular group because I wanted to learn. I needed to learn because, I couldn't learn from people who ain't doing nothing and stuff. I wanted to learn from people who were actually doing it. And who actually took me under their wing, who felt sorry for me, was Sandy Ninja. She was the mother of the House of Ninjas.
Whoa.
And she took me under her wing.
Whoa, hold on, because there's a big controversy about that. Who was the original mother, of the House of Ninja? Was it really Sandy? Was it...
It was Sandy.
Was it?
It was
Willie?
Sandy was the
Sandy?
first.
Was it Willie? Was it Sandy? Because every episode is
No. Willie was the founder. It was Willie, then Sandy. Sandy was the mother. Willie was the father.
All right.
And I was just one of the minions. And I didn't care because Willie used to grill me. He used to make me walk that catwalk. And we walked to Sade. Never as good as the first time. And he made me walk it every back and forth. You're not doing it right. You're not watching your hand. You have to lead with your hips. Willie would just grill me, and then Sandy would come up, okay, this is what you have to do. And Sandy would it was like she floated across. I wanted to be that. And Willie said, okay, come on. Willie and Sandy, they taught me. They're the ones that launched me and got me started. And they were doing their own thing, going to Europe and all that stuff. And I'm still trying to graduate high school. But, stay in school, do the best you can. But me, I was a little bad kid. I wanted to get out and get away and find my own. And I ran away from home 4 times.
Wow. Because
I didn't like my mom's boyfriend. And I ran away to Port Authority.
Ooh.
Under 21. Under 21. Covenant House. And we were not allowed to hang out in, I was 16, 17, and then 18. And then they put me in this place called Homes Away from Home when I turned 18. But, shoot, I would hang out in Port Authority and, the upstairs bathrooms and stuff with the guys that just love to prey on children. Yeah, I was a child.
Interesting.
Damn it, I'm still a child.
Tell me more.
All right.
Well, just going through a whole chapter and stuff like that. But, I'm Willie Ninja. He really, Sandy and Willie both, really, they never ever judged me. They didn't care about my glasses. They said, well, you keep washing your face and popping those zips and stuff. But then they didn't have glasses. So I just, they said, you're still beautiful. So just look past it, use lots of makeup and stuff, and, you can always walk and everything like that. And then from there, I started going to hanging out at Midtown 43. And by hanging out there, Grace in Paris took me under their wing and said, listen, you got body, you're gorgeous girl, you can come out here, you can perform, you're good, boom, do it. I want you to perform over at this place, this little hole in the wall called Sally's Hideaway. But it was a cute place. It was in the Carter Hotel, in the basement. Well, not the basement, but the main level in the back. So Sally's Hideaway, and I started building myself up from there.
Word.
And even though with the ball scenes, they were seeing my performance, but they was not seeing me walking for face. They was not seeing the face. I did do face a couple of times, but I got chopped because of the pimples.
Wow.
The judges would touch my skin. They were like, "Oh, she don't have no hair or nothing like that. Oh, she's got pimples. Oh, no, chopped."
Wow.
I would lose to girls that had beautiful skin, like Evie. Evie had beautiful skin. Anjanae had beautiful skin. Octavia had beautiful skin. I mean, I was like, okay, well, let me stay in my lane. My lane was these girls couldn't perform, so I performed.
Word.
Yeah, they would get down and do a little Vogue thing, femme Vogue. And let me be real clear about that. I am a champion at femme voguing. We didn't slam our bodies into the freaking ground like freaking dudes and stuff like that. We vogued feminine. We took out our contact. We did our makeup. We slammed it. We hit the poses. We did not jump in the air and body slam our boobs and stuff into the freaking ground.
Wow.
That's not feminine at all. I don't care what you say. I went to the freaking reunion party, what was it, last year, year before last? Yeah, last year, last summer. But they had on the pier, and I saw some cute girls. I was like, okay, all right, they're carrying the torch on. Girl, they started freaking body slam. What the freak is this? What the hell is this? That's not femme way. I'm sure if the flyers say femme way, femme, F, femme queen way, not butch queen way, femme queen. Butch queen dudes just freaking, boom, being all hard and stuff like that. But you be a lady about it. You can pose, you can hit the beat, you can hit the mark, you can slam it, and you can make them see that you're lovely. And you take your hair and you fling your hair around. And you make them see, and you can perform, and you hit every beat. Feminine. I gotta keep stressing that because some of the girls, I'm not gonna call no name. I smile and wave, but that's not the way you do it. You tearing up your ligaments.
Ooh, I know that's
you're gonna be. If you live to be my age, and I'm almost 50. If you live to be my age, you better watch out because you're gonna have a lot of joint problems. Womp womp.
Ooh.
Not me. I did it the feminine way.
I know that's right. Give us the ballroom lectures, darling.
I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it real. Femme queen means you're feminine, not hard.
So in other words, you feel,
beautiful.
the scene, the ballroom scene, the lifestyle of, the femme queens or, trans women or transgender or, pre-op transgender, is
well,
to be feminine
actually,
and ladylike.
that's becoming new. That's all becoming new now.
Right.
But back when I was growing up, there was like about 12 categories for femme queens and 60 categories for butch queens.
Wow.
Keeping it real. It was always about the boys.
A lot of people said that.
Even though it's true. I would have to wait hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours before my category came up. And my category pretty much came up when they was, ready to take out the mop and broom and sweep up the floor and stuff. For performance, for body, for realness, for bandicoot realness.
Right.
I snatched for bandicoot realness. I snatched for realness. Always. I snatched for performance. Well, yes, I have been beaten before, but when it came down to they couldn't freaking decide, and then it all counted on how popular your house was. It was me, Sapphire versus, and everyone out there is going to agree with me, and they're going to get upset, but I am dropping this name. Tanae Pendavis.
Ooh, all right.
It was Tanae versus me. Tanae, gotta give it to her. She had the beautiful, long, beautiful hair and everything like that. So she would come out with her hair wet, and she was wearing this, cat suit and stuff like that, and boom. But Avis wanted me to be a part of her group, too, for performance, because Tanae didn't perform. So they wanted someone in their house to cover all categories. Now, I couldn't go to their group because at that time I was a LaBeija. We'll get to where that happened, too. But as far as body goes, it was me versus Tanae. They would give it to Tanae because her hair. And I had to give it to her. She was hairy. I'm not going to say no more.
Ooh, all right.
But I love her dearly now. The last time I saw her is when we was on the latex. We did the latex ball thing, and they called her up there, and I wanted to let her know, shoot, I still got ba-ba-ba-boom. Va-va-boom. Yeah, I'm giving va-va-boom. They gave me my strut, and I was like, now, come for me. She didn't do nothing. But we did it all in the name of love. Now, I see the